Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about agriculture. In my previous lecture of primary activities, I have discussed about the hunting and gathering as well as pastoralism. In this particular lecture, I am going to focus on agriculture. So, what is agriculture? Culturing of crops, right? So, culturing of crops is your agriculture. Now, agriculture, why do we do agriculture? Either for eating, either for our self-sustenance, or for selling in the market for trading purpose, right? So agriculture can be divided into two major parts, that is your subsistence agriculture and secondly your commercial agriculture. The word subsistence means when you are create or when you are doing culturing of crops, when you're culturing crops for self purpose, self consumption purpose, means for you, for your family, then it is your subsistence purpose. But when you're doing for commercial purpose, that means you are growing crops for selling in the market, for trading purpose, for your profit purpose, right? So that is your commercial agriculture. So first up, let's start with subsistence agriculture. Subsistence agriculture is majorly practiced in the developing world. Okay, in the developing countries we practice subsistence agriculture because out here the farmers have small plot of land, they are not very rich, they have primitive techniques of culturing the land and the crops. They are not using a lot of modern machineries because they are poor, they cannot afford all those things. So that is your subsistence agriculture. Now, in subsistence agriculture, I have divided this into primitive subsistence agriculture and intensive subsistence agriculture. When we have to learn about primitive subsistence agriculture, the word primitive we have to focus. Primitive means something which is old technique. So old technique mein what comes is your slash and burn agriculture. Slash and burn agriculture, or we also call it as shifting agriculture. And this particular agriculture is termed in different way in different part of the world. Like in India, in some part we call it as jhuming. Okay, so in some other part of the world it is called milpa, and there are other more names. So primitive agriculture is basically your shifting cultivation or slash and burn cultivation. Now what happens in this particular thing? In this one, what happens, the farmers are actually belonging to the tribal society. They actually roam around from place to place along with their community. Why do they roam around? In search of some land where they can do agriculture. Now for this they have to deforest. Like in this picture you can see the deforestation has been done. Okay, and thereafter the bushes and the grasses are burned, and then the land is tilled for almost a year or two or maybe 3 years, like that. Okay, and thereafter the soil starts to lose its fertility, right? The soil also loses its fertility. We have to keep adding fertilizers to it, but these particular people, they don't add fertilizers or anything like that. They use the natural fertility. In fact, the ashes which you can see, the ashes adds to the fertility of the soil. Now this particular patch of land which is cleared will be used for agriculture for 3 to 4 for almost 3 years, and thereafter when the soil loses its fertility, these group of people, they are going to move from one place to another, means to some other patch of land they will go, and they will do the same process again. So these are the primitive way. They have to move from one place to another, right? So this is the primitive way. Now next one is your intensive subsistence agriculture. Now focus on this word intensive. Means on a piece of land intensively crop will be grown. Means a lot of crop will be grown on a small plot of land only. That is called intensive. Now intensive subsistence agriculture, this is again subsistence for the self consumption of the farmer and the family. This can be categorized into growing of paddy crops and non-paddy crops. Like paddy crops we get rice and the wheat. In non-paddy crops can be vegetables, can be any other things, right? So intensive subsistence agriculture is being practiced by the poor farmers on a small plot of land, and they survive on that only. They have no other source of income. On the whatever they grow from there, they survive on that itself. Okay. And here few things we have to know, like the next picture I'll show you. This is actually an intensive subsistence agriculture. In this you can see there are some characteristics. The the farmers are basically working on the field. The farmers, they are the family members. Okay, family members basically work on the field. This is one small plot of land they have. Okay, they actually do agriculture on a small plot of land. Then the next two terms which I'm going to use, you have to understand it better. That is yield per unit area or yield per hectare, okay, and yield per person. So these two terms, please understand. Yield per hectare means on a small plot of land how much of the crops you are growing. That is yield per hectare. And yield per person means from the crop which is being grown, what is the share of each person working on that field. Like if there are 4 farmers working on this field, whatever crop will be grown per head, we will be dividing it, right? Every 1/4 we will be giving to one particular farmer. So that is yield per person. So in this particular type of intensive subsistence agriculture, the yield per hectare is high because we intensively cultivate this particular land, but the yield per person is low because more number of people, it is labor intensive, more number of people are manually working on this particular field. Manually working, why I have emphasized on, because machineries are not used, primitive techniques are used here, like your this thing will be used, like the cows will be used as in place of the tractors, right? So like that, the farm manure will be used for cultivate, for adding up the fertilizers. Okay, so these are the things. Now let's move on to commercial grain cultivation or commercial grain farming. It is very simple. It is for the commercial purpose, for selling in the market, right? So there are the characteristics which I have written. Okay, now let's compare it first with the intensive. Now in intensive you have small land, but in commercial you will have huge land. Okay, now in intensive you actually crop a small plot of land with huge intensity. A lot of crop are grown in a small plot of land, but in your commercial you don't do intensive cultivation. That means on a huge plot of land, some place you do cultivation, some place you leave it vacant for regain of its fertility. Like this you do it. So it is not intensive. This one is not intensive. Okay, this is not intensive. So it is practiced on a large scale of land. Irrigation facilities are available because such a huge plot of land you have to irrigate it, right? So irrigation facilities are available. So from here you can see modern techniques are we have started to use. Modern technology is used. Now you see different types of machines are being used here. Production is high. That means yield per hectare, again we have to understand, and yield per person. Okay, so suppose 3 people are working on this huge plot of land, so obviously the production will be high. That means yield per person is high. But when we think of yield per hectare, it will be low, because I told you the entire land is not cultivated as intensive subsistence agriculture, right? So production is high per person, and on a huge plot of land, if we consider, the per hectare production is low. Okay, now chemical fertilizers are used. Laborers are hired to work. That means family members are not working on this field. There are laborers who will be working on this particular field. Commercial crops are grown, like wheat, rice. All these are maize are commercial crops, so they are being grown. yield per unit area is low. Yield per unit area, that's what I told you. Yield per hectare, unit area, you can take it as kilometer, hectare, whatever. So yield per hectare is low out here. Yield per person is high. That's what I told you. Okay, so I hope you have understood the difference between commercial and subsistence. Let's meet with the next part of this particular chapter. Till then, bye bye and take care.